Hi, this is Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros, and as you can see, I'm not in my kitchen, clearly. I am in Owings Mills, Maryland at the Baltimore Ravens training facility, and today I'm going to interview Tenille Moore. She's the Director of Food Services, and Nicholas Goff. He is the head chef for the Baltimore Ravens. So these people are responsible for getting the Ravens prepared for any given Sunday. So come right back. This is Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. Come right back. Welcome back to Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros, and I'm here in Owings Mills, Maryland at the Baltimore Ravens training facility, and I'm here with Tenille Moore and Nicholas Goff, and Tenille is the Director of Food Services for the Baltimore Ravens, and Nicholas is the head chef. So on any given week, preparing for any given Sunday, what do you do for the Baltimore Ravens to make sure that they're adequately prepared for their game day?
We serve them a lot of food. We feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and sometimes snack at night for the coaches. We plan their menus, look at their nutritional needs, and just the day-to-day operations of planning around their schedules.
Okay, so this is a pretty big responsibility.
It's a huge responsibility.
I mean, you're prepping for the Super Bowl.
We are ready to go. We are ready to go.
It's in Tenille's hands, everyone. No, it's good. And this is Nicholas, and Nicholas is here. He starts at 5 a.m. and then Tenille comes in later on. So you start at 5 with
with breakfast and then preparing for lunch and everything. So it's a
he's got the early shift, is what we're saying.
Yeah.
She comes in later. No,
we're a tag team. He prepares the morning, and I do the dinners. So, and then we work together on menu planning and nutritional guidelines.
So in a couple minutes, we're going to come back. Tenille's going to explain to us how they plan the menus, how they cater to the dietary regulations or restrictions maybe, or needs. And Nick is going to show us what's done in the kitchen so that this food is prepped and prepared properly. So come right back. This is Jen Heasley Cooking with the Pros here in Owings Mills, Maryland for the Baltimore Ravens training facility. Okay, so we're back in Owings Mills, Maryland at the Baltimore Ravens training facility. I'm here with my new friend, Tenille Moore. Tenille has been with the Ravens since 2007. So my question is, how did you get here to Baltimore?
I went to school at Johnson & Wales, Providence, Rhode Island. I got my bachelor's degree. My family is from Hanover, Pennsylvania, which is very close to Baltimore. Yeah. So I moved back and got a job with Classic Catering People, and was fortunate enough to be hired with them for several years. And then I was asked to become the Director of Food Service for the Baltimore Ravens.
So the Classic Catering People, they're actually hooked in, I guess, with the Baltimore Ravens.
Yes, they're actually one of the largest catering companies in Maryland. One of the owners, Edward Dockin, has been just great to me and has been a mentor to me and gave me the opportunity to work with the Ravens, and I just am thankful every day to be able to have this job.
This is pretty much an awesome job, in my opinion.
It's a fabulous job.
Fabulous job. So I guess for me, as an athlete, my question would be, are there a lot of restrictions that you have to kind of go around as far as different players' dietary needs?
What we do is we create a menu each week. We then send that menu off to the team nutritionist. Her name's Sue James. What she does is take a look at the menu. She created a stoplight system so that the players can follow it easily, and we'll put up signs with each menu item that shows them, red, you should stop because it's fattening. Yellow, moderate, and green, go ahead. It's steamed vegetables. Eat all you want. So.
That makes sense. So basically, a way that they can balance what they're eating. A little heads up. Okay. Mm-hmm. So here's the real question, Tenille: were you, and have you always been a Baltimore Ravens fan?
I have to be honest with you. I was not a football fan. My family has a football background, but I could care less. But now, of course, I love the Baltimore Ravens.
Go Ravens. So we'll be right back. We're actually going to head into the kitchen in a minute. We're going to check out Nick, and he's going to show us some of the food prep that's required to get this entire facility taken care of as far as their food operations. So we'll be right back. This is Jen Heasley Cooking with the Pros. Welcome back to Jen Heasley's Cooking with the Pros. I'm now here in the kitchen with Tenille and Nick, and they're going to show us some of the prep work that goes behind any given day for the Baltimore Ravens Training Center. Tenille, what are we going to prepare here that would be done, obviously, on a large scale?
Tonight on the menu is lemon pepper salmon. So we have some fresh salmon that Nick slices, and then he adds a little bit of oil, garlic. We try to keep everything very light and healthy here, so we keep the fat and the calories down for the players.
Okay, so I see over here you have this large container of salmon, and this has already been pre-seasoned? Okay,
yes.
So you're going to essentially put it into the trays. This is going to be baked this way?
Yes.
Okay, so or is this a baking or broiling process?
It's a baking.
A baking process.
We're going to bake it in the oven. just kind of like a slow roasted salmon.
Okay.
Just try to keep all the nutrients. We don't want to overcook it, and the protein. It's good for the players because it has protein, the omega-3 fats, and we try to give them good healthy options.
Okay. Is this one of the favorites?
One of the favorites, yeah. They like to eat a lot of different fish. We do salmon, we do sea bass, we do mahi-mahi. Tonight just happens to be salmon.
The same thing. Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm going to let Nick continue to prepare what he's doing, and we'll be right back. Tenille and I are going to touch base a little bit more about what it means for the Baltimore Ravens and she and Nick as a family unit here, and how they've enjoyed working for the community. So we'll be right back. So welcome back to Jen Heese's Cooking with the Pros, and we are still here in Owings Mills, Maryland at the Baltimore Ravens training facility. I'm with Tenille, and now I have Billy Cundiff, the Pro Bowl place kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. And Billy's going to share his insight on, right Billy?
It's scary.
Exactly. His insight on some of the facilities he's been in and the food services has been provided to him, and he can expound on why it's important that these facilities exist. So,
Yeah, if you know a little background about my career, I bounced around a lot. I was in 4 years, I was in Dallas, and after that, my career kind of took a turn, and now that Baltimore is the 9th place I've been. So I've had a chance to see the way things work in the NFL. And you have a situation where people think you have the Dallas Cowboys, this big, classy organization, but most of the food they brought in you normally wouldn't serve this to your children. Like our breakfast was really bad.
I serve great things to my children.
Well, right. I'm saying, like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles would probably nutritionally would probably go further than a lot of food that we got.
Exactly.
It was kind of the kind of situation where it took you 2 weeks for your stomach to get used to the food they serve for breakfast, and it was brought in from someplace.
Oh wow. Okay.
And they didn't do anything in house, and nutrition-wise, it wasn't very solid. Taste-wise, you didn't really get a lot of big fans.
Right.
So then, as I've come here to Baltimore, I'm able to look back on my career and say this is probably the best place that I've been. Not only do they have the most variety of food, the food tastes good,
Right.
and then also they can work with you nutritionally, so you can get the things you need as an athlete.
Right. So, do you feel that Tenille has a big hand in preparing all of that?
I think they do a great job here. Like, she does a great job. She listens to a lot of people out there. There's things you want, they'll cater to you.
So they take your input.
They really do.
Evaluate.
And if there's something that guys really they need or they want, it's taken care of right away. And that's something again that you don't get a lot of other places. Normally it's here's the food, here's what it is, take it or go somewhere else.
I mean, Tenille and I talked earlier, and she really feels that this is a family-oriented kind of community, and I don't want to speak for you, but you feel like you really want to draw the players in, the coaches in, to make sure that they're being taken care of.
Definitely. That's like our main goal here is to, all the players, you're here 24/7 it seems like, and we just want to provide the best meal, comforting, food for you so you feel like you're, at home away from home. You're home away from home.
So you definitely take this seriously.
Yes, definitely.
And it's good for you, obviously, that you're getting essentially home-cooked meals.
That's exactly right.
It's not being brought in.
And for me, I'm actually disappointed that when the regular season starts, I can't bring food home
Oh, wow.
to take to my family, because I think the meals are really good. And it sounds kind of corny to say that,
No,
but it's
not at
true.
all. That's
Like
awesome.
it's a wide variety. I think you get some kind of lean protein. I'm getting vegetables. You're getting a starch. For me, normally a lot of wild rice is what I kind of eat when they serve it up, and then you're getting they have a salad bar and fruits to take home. So it's something different all the time.
That's awesome. So, again, unlike your middle school cafeteria, Tenille is able to prepare awesome menus for the Ravens players. So we'll be right back in a few minutes. We're going to talk with Billy and his wife about a foundation that they're trying to start, and you'll get to see some more of the aspects of the Ravens training facility. So we'll be right back with Jen Heese's Cooking with the Pros. Welcome back to Jen Heese's Cooking with the Pros, and I'm here with Billy Cundiff and his wife Nicole, which I'm very excited to have with us. And Billy and Nicole are going to share a little bit with us about a foundation that they would like to start. Nicole has been touched, well, both of them have been touched personally with dealing with ovarian cancer. Nicole's mother has experienced it, so can you just elaborate a little bit with the crowd as far as what does it mean to you to have dealt with it, and what would you like to do as far as raising awareness?
Okay. When my mom was diagnosed, it was a life-changing moment for all of us. She'd been having a lot of pain and visited numerous doctors who missed her massive tumor growing in her abdomen. And she was finally diagnosed with stage 3C ovarian cancer and immediately went into surgery and chemotherapy. And the surgery itself was very, very difficult, and then to follow that up with one of the most intense chemotherapy regimens that a person can do was pretty difficult for her family, being that it was so unexpected. I was 7 months pregnant, and life was changing for us in many ways. And her diagnosis just pretty much put many things into perspective. She was very lucky. She had a huge support staff. She had great health insurance. And it really made us wonder what people do if they don't have that. And so we set out on a mission to start raising money for the University Medical Center, which is in Tucson, Arizona, as well as the Ovarian Cancer Institute, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. We had a couple different fundraisers that surrounded around food at different restaurants, and then we had one event in my parents' backyard where we brought in a local chef. And we just started getting the word out about the disease, the symptoms of the disease, and how not only do we need to find a cure, but we need to find a test for early detection.
Okay, so you guys are potentially looking to maybe do something here in the Baltimore area. Again, raising money, but to bring awareness. Mm-hmm. So what path do you think you guys would like to take in this venture?
Right, I think as Nicole's explained a little bit, we've already done events, and we've got a track record of understanding what's successful and what's not. And so as we look at it in Baltimore, we have a different platform than we do in Arizona. Arizona, I'm one of 1,000 current or former athletes that played in the NFL. Here, I'm part of the Baltimore Ravens, which we have a really loyal fan base, and we can tap into that and hopefully use that to our benefit. We'd like to partner with Johns Hopkins here in Baltimore.
A great resource center.
A great resource center. Because what it amounts to is allowing women to find the proper resource center and then getting them in track if they've been diagnosed. And also using that resource center to raise awareness for women that may not even know anything about it. And along the way, if we can raise some money to help that center, then I think we accomplish our goal.
Well, best of luck to Nicole and Billy. And this is an awesome foundation to be behind, especially when it's something that's personal to you and you've experienced it from a family level. So, Nicole and Billy, thank you for joining me, and we will be right back with Jenna He's Cooking with the Pros. All right, so I've had an awesome day here at the Baltimore Ravens training facility, Owings Mills, Maryland, with my new friend Tenille Moore. She's shown me a great time, a beautiful facility. She does so much work for the Baltimore Ravens, so we're going to say goodbye for now. Bye. And the question I have for you, as always, who do you want in your kitchen on game day? See you later. Take care.
Bye.